think that tumor will not affect like yes
no, there's a study.
Yes, it's actually right. It's actually like
all these abusers, they're psychopaths.
Yes, people will see that
the emotion, like that emotion, like that empathy is gone.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Talk with Steph. And today we'll be talking about a very sensitive topic, which I feel like everybody would love to hear. And with me, I have two special guests.
Hi, my name is Amarachi.
Hi, my name is Chimize.
So when it comes to children being molested or abused, how do you think society react to this? Family react to this? You know, when I talk about society, I mean like everything in general.
Yeah.
Family, religion, society, stuff like that. So,
As they say, I mean, how the city will say, a good name brings more value than riches. So some family now, listen now, a child, maybe a Manibo man, his child is abused. He won't like the public to know about it, not to soil his name, because once he gets out, to soil his name. So they'll like to keep it within, and it's bad for the child. It's very, very bad. It's very, very bad.
Because the abuser should be punished.
The abuser should be punished. And they'll like to settle it privately, but sometimes it doesn't really work. So the father would rather be like, let's die the man.
They're now making this child suppress whatever.
Yeah, suppress the emotion and everything.
And that way, abusers like get away with.
They most times get away with that thing. So talking about suppression, do you think that kids now, when they suppress this particular thing, do you think that when they grow up, it affects them in their adult life? And what are some ways that you can tell that this person has been sexually abused? Because some people might be sexually abused when they are little. They might have even forgotten about it, and they start displaying certain behaviors or characters that they themselves are not aware that, it's as a result of this particular thing that is suppressed.
Let me use myself for example.
Okay.
When I was little, I was sexually molested by my bigger cousin, like 10 years older than me. So
sorry for it.
She's not laughing matter now, Jesus.
Sorry.
I said so sorry for your loss.
It's not a loss. Continue.
So while growing up,
Yeah.
I didn't know the effect that much, and it continued for a long time. So it was when I got to secondary school that I started reading books, and I came to school like, this is not right. Like especially with your cousin, that kind of thing. So I came to discover that, and then I noticed like I was highly sexually this thing.
Yeah, active that kind of
from
thing.
that small age. I was so highly sexually active.
Like it just brings like
Curiosity.
Yes, you want to know more about this particular
Fortunately, should I say fortunately, I was sent to leave boys' boarding school, so it was kind of suppressed. But when I came out of to UNA, you got
again.
But then, by the grace of God, like books, I love reading books, especially all these mentally books. Those kind of things kind of appreciate.
So you're trying to say now that
self-aware man.
you're trying to say that self-awareness is actually very important.
Self-awareness.
You can read books about this and educate yourself that this particular thing was not actually your fault, and the way you were seeing it there.
And also discussions among reasonable friends. Sometimes you have discussion. Then,
because when this thing happens to children, especially when they are little, they have no idea what it's about. They get curious because the thing actually like feels different. They want to continue. They want to do it continuously, and it can affect like their focus, concentration, like other things. Their self-esteem too is affected.
They want to explore more than.
Yes, they want to explore more. You get.
Yeah.
So like when they get in touch with themselves and they read books and do other things that are actually going to help them, they are aware that this particular behavior is as a result of this, because some even result to drug abuse and alcohol abuse as a result of this, but they have no idea.
Thank God for my life.
So do you think that parents also have a role to play when it comes to a child being sexually abused?
Is it preventing it or?
Preventing and also causing it, because like some of them can be sexually abused and they refuse to like speak up. They refuse to speak up. All this mostly in Nigeria though. Like it happens. Like it will even keep on happening and this child might be scared. But it's not, you cannot talk to anybody. So do you think that parents have a role in playing this particular thing, and why?
And why what?
And why do they have a role in it?
How should I say this? Or how should I begin? Parents do play a role in both ways.
Okay.
In both ways. You know, listen now. I'll give an example now. Listen now, a parent that has passed through sexual abuse might want to protect the daughter, but through the wrong means,
Yes.
strictness,
Yeah.
without like properly communicating, will lead to like a child also like maybe unfortunately being abused too, and will not come to the mom because the way the mom trained her now with strictness. Because that's why you need parents like to build a good communication,
very
and
good
relationship with the
Yeah.
child. So like child will be free with you. But
Mm.
also you pray because you might be close with your child. But
It's inevitable somehow.
for some reason,
inevitable.
or for because the child is also a human.
Yes.
No one to tell you. So
Yeah.
avoid
That kind of thing. It's
certain-
because the person, the parents actually like being very, very strict with that child,
No, some parents might not be strict. They might be in a very good relationship
with them.
with them, but that's why you pray. So like the child too can open up with courage to tell you to like
Yeah, it takes a lot.
it takes a
to
lot.
talk about it.
you might be included, but it takes a lot. So that kind of thing.
It's not a very casual conversation that you can just say, "Oh, mommy,
Yeah,
this is
Mommy,
that kind of thing.
that
It's
kind of
not
thing.
very easy to talk about.
Mm.
People that have experienced it and it has really affected them, they know it's not something that some people, it takes years for them to finally like talk to anybody at all about it.
Mm.
And it's mostly because of fear, or they don't want anybody to worry, or they feel like they can handle it, but it's not going to happen again. But it's always good to talk, like as soon as it happens, talk about it, so that you'll be protected more, or you'll be helped. It's good to seek help, because things like that don't just go away. Talk to people, read books, therapy if possible. Just find help anyhow, anyway.
So why do you think people still struggle with respecting people's personal boundaries, even in the age of awareness, like the age of like social media, and we're talking about it continuously?
I think sometimes the person that is being abused might not be very vocal about like, oh, this is like a boundary, don't cross it, don't do this, and they might just let it happen, just let it slide, and then the other person that is doing it, the abuser, keeps doing it because, okay, you're not saying anything and you don't want me to stop. So it happens like in
Most cases.
it's just in different like ways, and other times some people are just they're not sensible enough to know that, okay, I shouldn't be doing this person does not want me to do this, let me stop.
So basically you're saying we should learn to defend ourselves, like we should learn to speak up.
Yeah.
Then at the other hand, these individuals that are molesting should actually have sense, because they don't have sense. Because why would you just see someone that wants to like touch their bodies and all this kind of stuff?
This one, like this, all this is a background.
Yes.
Environment.
Yes.
These are all these to
So you
social media too.
So do you think that background and society have a major role to play when it comes to like people molest, like the abuser abusing the abused?
Yeah, background, environment.
That means probably this person might have even been abused when they were younger, and they will now want to do it more.
Usually, I think abusers like grow up and they want to abuse other people.
Yes, because it's something that happened to them.
Like now, a man, like a child that grew up in an abusive home, also when he gets married or this, also it's not like he just grew up watching that. He doesn't know like anything apart from that. So when he enters another relationship or see himself in a situation that this can lead to abuse, he will want to do it because that's what he knows.
That's the way to use.
So that's his background matter.
So when it comes to consent, and sexual abuse and molestation, do you think that consent is the only thing that constitutes non-consent is the only thing that constitutes sexual abuse, or is the only form it takes? Because like it can be other things. Let's say giving consent from when you're intoxicated.
I think if somebody gives consent when they're intoxicated, it depends. So it might actually be consent, or it's just that you are high.
But the person is not in their normal sense.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. People do things. Sometimes somebody can be high and they will do something that they have always wanted to do.
Yeah, that's suppressed emotion.
Or it's like something they've been thinking about.
But they suppressed it and they didn't want to do it, but because of their high, they're now doing it. So they're not doing it from their normal state of consciousness now.
It's you.
If
They
you think about
needed
it,
like the urge. That highness was like the thing they needed to make them do it.
Them.
Or the person might not be aware of what they are doing.
mm,
It goes both ways. Or they are fully not aware at all and they don't want to think. Or it is something that they have been thinking about. So it's not very, the line is not very clear.
so there's a law, the line of consent.
Not consent, like when you're intoxicated, when you're not in your right senses. Nobody can really say,
what?
Did you really want this or did you
What
not
I
want
believe
it?
is that everybody have a desire, and majority is what they desire. It's what they desire.
It's two things. Your boyfriend and girlfriend might say, okay, you want to get high, and like, or it's different if you're like out and a stranger drugs you drink. I mean, you're intoxicated,
Mm.
but you're drugged. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's different. It's different. Like, oh, a boyfriend and girlfriend actually, okay, well, let's
what I'm
get
saying,
drunk and
exactly.
do something. But it's another thing where, oh, this person's drunk, or she go agree sharp. It's not me have a desire. I mean, including in most rape cases where they're like, oh, so why was she now with? So she did not want it. My body is my body. My mind is my mind. My body is just a body. It's flesh, so it's going to react no matter what. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get.
It's just like when you are high, you are not. I don't think you are ever fully aware of what you are doing. I don't think you're ever fully aware. And that's what I said. It's either you wanted it or you did not. And people will just, if you're trying to even say, oh, you did not want it, and so they'll be like, oh, but you agreed to it.
They'll gaslight you.
You agree to it. But then in your head, you knew that, okay, I did not want this thing, but I was too weak, or I was just in a vulnerable state.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes,
So it's just, it's a very confusing, it's not very confusing, but like, you can't really say what exactly was going through the victim's mind at the time. Or is the person even a victim? I'm talking like both genders, so male or female.
Do you think that the male gender reaction to sexual abuse is different from the female's gender reaction? Let's take for example, I saw a news about a woman inside like a bus, and she was actually recording it, or like somehow recording it. A man was trying to like touch her thighs like continuously, even when she was even trying to push, but he was still trying to touch her thighs. Then when she was speaking up about it, most men inside the bus didn't say anything. They didn't say anything. They were like keeping quiet about it, and she was complaining, but nobody was saying anything about it. But when they now stopped and she had called people to like beat up the guy or do something to the guy, all the men were now like begging.
It just depends on the individual and how they were raised and the environment they grew up in and how like sensible they are. I think a man or a woman can react to like seeing another person getting sexually abused in a bad or a good way. It's not really like a gender thing. It just falls back to the family background, the kind of things they have been exposed to, and how they have lived their life basically, and kind of thing they have experienced, and the things they have normalized in their head. So that's just it. The individual, not the gender actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say?
No, just played out.
Okay. Nice. What are some strategies or ways people can adopt to overcome this particular abuse situation, like the trauma they've had and stuff like that?
Courage. Having
First of all,
courage to speak out,
Okay.
to discuss, talk it out with others. Also self-awareness, like you trying to like read up important stuff,
Like agree that something has happened.
Something has happened to you. Like
Accept it.
accept that you're traumatized. Accept that you're keeping
like
something.
this particular thing happened
Yeah,
to you.
that kind of. So
And it's not good.
also the main thing. What I believe, therapy don't even like it's you. The only way you resolve
Yes.
matter. Nobody else will resolve it for you. If you
What you want to say anything?
No,
Therapy works. I believe
No.
in therapy.
I know of a
That's
girl.
just-
I know of a girl. She has this toxic character. She has been going to church to resolve it. I've told her it's you.
That's that. That's why I don't talk about church, because I know that I'm going to contradict myself actually.
That is, sexual abuse is actually overlooked in religion settings because they will not
It's not
attribute it
really
to.
overlooked too.
It's not
Some
overlooked.
people handle it like they take it as a very serious something. They handle it properly.
They handle it properly
They
though.
handle it properly.
Mhm.
People take these things seriously. That's what I'm saying. It's just the individual.
It's the individual. Not
It's just the individual. I don't think it's like even about like sometimes the church might want to cover it. Even families.
family.
they might
Yeah,
want to
church.
cover it.
There's
It's not a
church cover up like wow. Church cover up
It's a
like.
group. It's just like
That's,
a group.
that's why I say controversial. Church to cover up like.
Even schools cover up.
Who cover it up like.
Because
it's
I've
not-
heard multiple,
Schools
like-
can cover. Schools can cover.
multiple.
Like-
crazy too much.
I know.
Right,
I know.
cover.
Feel like an Anglican
And for
reverend
small
father.
children, oh.
Yes.
But did you see that stuff of the Pope that he had to settle, like he should paid a lot of money to settle a lot of sexual abuse with minors. The
That's-
Pope, or
That's
like,
very
Like
crazy.
this one's even
That's
Suka
very
said. An
crazy.
Anglican like Anglican
Car
priest.
here.
Yeah, an Anglican priest like raped a child, same child, and like stealing like the father's house. It's what they call father's house.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
So they report the parents now. They work in the parish too, so they reported now.
yeah, they-
But then the Pope, the bishop got involved, so they can, catch the matter. They resolved it
Within themselves.
within
How-
like it
What
happens a
does
lot.
resolving even mean?
Again, this
Resolving.
TV
Covering up.
Like covering up.
Yeah, I heard about
The
that.
whole thing
thing.
has died down.
Yes.
They have shot those people. They made mockery of them, like, oh, the man is dead, now that's when they are talking. They want to mock the dead.
That's the issue, the shame culture that
Somebody
around.
was abused and you're shaming the victim. It doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't make
It's
sense,
time
like-
to speak out.
And sometimes people try to cover like for people that are in like high places.
High places.
Yes, they use power and authority. People use power and authority to even like abuse other people. Like because they have this particular power, they can use it and they can use it.
That's what the church like. I don't want to bet. That's what they did. Like
Cool.
It's not
Yes.
church, it's not a church
Let me-
something.
some people do not speak out about sexual violence till it's going to benefit them. Like this my school, they're always trying to cover it because he's
Yeah.
a politician or something. But now that he's in like a feud with his brother, they're not trying to bring as Uncle Sunday done anything to come out and speak because they want to use it against him.
Against him.
So that's sad.
That's
See what happens? Oh my god! I heard about one that happened in a school that the lecturers like continuously like abusing students, and students cannot really speak up because that sometimes if you speak up, they'll use it against you. They might come with your grades or other things. So I heard about one that the lecturer was really frustrating her to the point that she had to commit suicide.
yeah.
And I saw it on the internet. The mother brought her body back to the school and was crying and was saying,
I saw it.
that's when people started speaking up, and they didn't I'm not even sure they even did anything reasonable.
You didn't
see
die
that
down.
stuff of that lecturer in UNN.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes consent is not consent, because I might
Exactly.
say yes, but
Exactly.
I like
You don't want it. You don't want it.
that thing.
Maybe in relationships, not even
Yeah.
in this thing. Sometimes yes is not yes. I'm saying yes because I don't have
You-
a
you have a choice.
Yes, and
Have a
these
choice.
days, boyfriends make
Mm.
it look like, oh, if you don't want to have sex with me, that means you don't love me.
Gaslighting is also part of
Gaslighting.
it.
So that's why consent is not just yes.
Because
it's
they'll
not
use
stuff
that
like yes.
Power, that authority they have over you to like lure you to come. Like the one I saw in this school,
Yeah.
they caught a lecturer now that was trying to lure someone's wife that was a student under him to come and sleep it. Who saw that video of the man on boxer and I was not
Yeah.
yes, so like he used this
Best
authority
way
because
of that.
he wanted to I don't know what he wanted to do, whether he wanted to mark her script or wanted to give her a grade or something, and she came. Fortunately enough, she had already planned everything. For this to happen, she had already planned everything. And they caught him on his boxers. He was not crying in shame. So like this thing is not just about
I just pity his wife.
Shame.
I will still try to
Yeah.
cover up for him.
And it's hard anyway, so they're like, oh, she's probably not giving him enough
What
sex
he
at all.
wants.
Are you saying?
Men,
I
have,
see.
men have just been described as this it's in their nature.
It's in their nature.
Don't do
Like
my nature.
Seek help.
even in the Bible, it was there like
Every time you're like some pastors
That's
will say,
why-
oh, every time your husband wants to sleep with you, please sleep with him.
Like, bro, I'm not in the mood, but what do you want me to do?
you hear you hear cases of where a man goes out of a marriage to sleep with another person, and I'll tell you, oh, it's because you're not giving him.
Yeah,
You're not giving him.
again, this intoxicating thing that, men be like, oh, it's because he was drunk, he did not mean to. So I intoxicating.
All these things. I'm a guy.
Including in church, I remember in my church, they were like, oh, if you don't, I forgot how he said it, but he said it in like a, what's the word? In like a proverbial way, I think that's the word. Like he's trying to, advise you, like, oh, if you don't let I forgot how he said it, but something like, if you don't let your man suck your boobs, or like, I'm just saying how he said it, you can't look for another
Man, boobs to suck.
That's a
Then will justify
anything.
anything. Will justify it. So
Always find like
All these things. Please calm down. It's just that. All these
You
things
as a
are-
guy, please speak up,
No, to be
okay?
honest, it's the background and
and they're
self-awareness.
like, they're
To be honest, I can't do all these things. I don't do all these things.
because
I don't.
we're in this age where everybody's speaking,
becoming, yes,
everybody's
aware.
talking,
If you see those
including
generations above us, you
Yeah.
notice that it's
oh my
more
god, some
with
people
them.
are still very lost now. I'm never joking.
It's sad.
So the thing is, you just have
I'm
to
very
have
serious. I
you
think
just
they're
have
like still very
be
lost.
self-aware and also learn
Yeah,
to
that's-
discipline yourself.
Yes.
Learn to very well. Learn to.
sexual.
You have to learn how to
Sexual discipline is very important.
You have to know how to chase woman.
Abstain from sex.
And
Sexual-
then
Shut up, please. Still abstain from sex. Who is this one?
You have to know how to chase woman. Just sexual discipline. I know what I want.
Exactly.
I don't want to
Respect
like
yourself.
mess up. Just don't be saying no.
You've realized some things about yourself and why you
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
this particular thing.
Mm.
You just decided to
Just
I
just
think
have to
basically
just.
just if you love yourself enough, you're not gonna be distributing your body up and down.
So that kind of thing. So
Or wanting
Yeah.
to even like use other people, molest other people. I think abusers don't love themselves.
they don't let themselves now.
They don't
they are
love
going through
themselves.
a
A
lot,
lot.
like
They are sad.
mentally.
They're just
Mentally.
somehow.
So they say like that's what you see that like she said that their vice principal, he has not been healed. He kept that.
So you are not being healed.
He
That's-
kept it. He kept it. He married like imagine that you don't marry born picky. You see, it's still day your body.
I think that sometimes it's not even about some of them, because there's a research I made one time. They said they looked at the brain of a rapist, like he had raped and they saw that there was a tumor there. Because some of them, I think that tumor will not affect like Yes,
no. There's a study.
it can affect.
There's a study.
Yes,
There's a
it's
study
actually
too.
right.
There's a study
It's
too.
actually
You see all
like
these abusers, they're psychopaths.
yes.
In the sense
People
that
who serial killers,
the emotion,
same here.
like that emotion, like that empathy is gone.
They don't have
There's
They
no
don't have
empathy
it again.
because
They
that
don't
was
have
just
empathy again.
for somebody.
Like both abusers, murderers, serial killers, like the empathy is gone. Cause how can you human being with empathy cannot go and sexually abuse or something like that? Especially when you have a proper background of growth. So all this will be like the empathy is gone. It's
Like if they bring you up in a
and
normal.
sometimes do you know how it dies? Maybe they had the empathy when they were little, but maybe incidents or situations occur to them,
Like traumatic.
and then
What is
traumatic,
that
and they don't heal.
feedback.
The
and everything.
traumatic stuff will be killing that empathy, so be killing it.
Yeah, no, but don't traumatic.
See, some people are just creeps, to be very honest.
Yeah,
People
for
are weird. People are
because
weird.
because of the way they've normalized cheating. If you can, I'm sorry, that's never I'll kill you. But it's like if this man can do it, means I can do it now.
Yes.
It's normal. So,
And some people don't even think that way, but then the way the society will not talk about it, person will be like, okay, maybe it's normal.
Like the way they've normalized it for men,
Yeah.
it's the same way they've normalized if they rape you, shut up. Because let me even I've witnessed someone being raped, but I did not understand till like later because when I was small and I'm never kid
Yeah.
and she was raped. And thinking back, I don't think my parents handled that situation like, normally.
Yeah.
Because what did they even tell us to do? I think they told us to go and base with the tool or something and go and check herself. But I know that she was in my house one day and the next day I don't say anything like maybe she started for like
So that's super.
raped students. But like thinking about it, I don't understand that issue because I woke up and I was what's happening?
The way they handle it, because I've also heard
That's crazy.
I also heard about like another person being raped. My friend was telling me about one of her friends that got raped. And she was not telling me it's her fault because like that day we were supposed to go to church and she said she was not going to go to church. She wanted to stay inside the house.
They blame the
Women are
victim.
weird.
Even the women are blaming the women because why?
They blame the victim.
Then I was young, but I didn't go overthink. I didn't even think about it.
Blaming her like
That's
that person
crazy.
is
I promise that's
then
crazy.
open.
Both men and women are weird.
So,
Both
yeah.
of-
They
it's
said
not like-
because the girl did not go to church, that's why it
Because,
happened.
okay, it's
So they think God will just stay and
And let it just happen.
unfortunate events are not because of someone's fault. It's
Because
just
you not go to church.
just means like sometimes just
Everybody should beat that
happens.
beg. Me, they want me back.
So, all in all, what you're trying to say is
just self-awareness.
Seek help.
Seek help. Speak
Okay.
out.
Seek help.
Talk to people. And also pray.
Yeah.
You know, they read that one. Pray. Not only by reading. You can read though. You might not be
because this things never end.
It
It's
never
just
ends.
like
That's why you have
normal
to pray. The feeling will come in. I'm not going to lie. The feeling comes in sometimes.
feeling to rape somebody.
No, God, I beg.
No, like the sadness that hits you now when you remember.
Okay.
And then sometimes it messes with like your self-worth and the
So
way you look at
yeah,
yourself.
it messes you up. You have to pray. So
Yeah.
God, that's why it's God.
So all in all, I thank my beautiful guest for contributing to this particular topic. It was actually very, very nice. So the key takeaways are always speak up, have courage. You know, sometimes it's not your fault that it actually happened to you. Forgive yourself and actually try to. I know it might be hard to you, but like still there are means or ways for you to like heal from this particular situation and understand that some of the attributes that you display as a result of this thing that happened to you is not just a bad habit of yours. So it's something that you need to be aware of.